Hi, how is everyone today? This is actually my second attempt to do a video. I had done the whole video and didn't realize that it got cut off because my cat came over and hit my little line where I have it plugged in, and I already did the whole thing. So I'll just walk through the steps again of what we're going to talk about today, since that didn't work out well. Okay, Bernadette had shot me over a video today, and it was about busting chemtrails. So I read the whole video and I thought, oh wow, yeah, we're going to do something practical in our world so that we can combat the evil being done to us every minute of every day of every year for the last 100 years. But it really ramped up in the last 20 years with the chemtrailing. And it's an extremely simple thing that you can do and that you better do. And I'll tell you why. Every moment we don't take control of our reality is a moment we're out of control. And all kinds of wicked, evil things happen to us with this filthy chemtrailing. You know about the Morgellons, and it goes on and on and on. And we don't get our sunlight, so we don't get our vitamin D. But it also won't help level us up because the sun is putting out frequencies to level up these bodies so that we can become higher beings. And when they block out the sun, as you know, that's hard to come by. It's hard to do when you have a thick layer so the sun can't get to you. So here we go. This is what we're going to require. This is all I had. Now, they talk about in the video that you need a couple of liters of condensed white vinegar. Well, I didn't have a couple liters. I only had this. So we're going to start with this first, and then I'm going to go out today and go buy some big jugs of vinegar that are relatively dirt cheap. They're like a couple dollars a thing. It's not much. And then you'll have to put it on the stove and condense it down and then use it. So I had a silver bowl. It requires a dark bowl, but Bernadette said to me, I'm going to use a silver bowl or metal bowl because it's going to hold heat better, and also it's more reflective or what have you. So I only had some metal bowls and some ceramic bowls, and none of them were black. So I have it outside, and I'll be showing you that. And so I dumped some of this into that. I also read where people had little humidifiers or whatever and used the condensed solution to immediately go into the atmosphere because this is so acidic against that alkaline metals that it dissipates the chemtrails. So I dumped some into my little humidifier. My humidifier, I have 3 of them. They're little. I would call them, I guess they're like a humidifier because they put moisture in the atmosphere. So I had one that was glass, that it was all plastic bodied. So I don't know how well vinegar does on metal because my other ones were a metal sheathing over the top. So I didn't want to use them. Now let's go out and look at what I have done. I'll take this out. So, okay. Let's go outside, make sure my cats are in the house. Okay, this is what I have done. I've taken that humidifier and put it here. It's actually got steam already coming out of it. I don't know if you can see this steam. So this is the vinegar coming out. But because it's not in the condensed form, it's not going to be as strong. But just to start today, before I can go get my vinegar, this is perfectly acceptable. Anything is better than nothing. And then here's the bowl. Now, it does recommend that you have a dark bowl, but I didn't have it, so I put the rest of the vinegar into this bowl, and we're just going to set it out. You can see my filthy chemtrailed skies. They're just awful. I mean, it's horrific. They've been chemtrailing all morning, and it's quite horrific. So it's time to do something. We're going to leave this out. Also, with the bowl, you don't want rain to get into that. So, no rain. Put the bowl someplace where there's not going to be rain. And if you don't have a place, just put the bowl out when it's not raining. Don't worry about it being overcast because it's supposed to bust that stuff up anyway. Now, it won't do anything for real clouds, which we almost have no real clouds. It's all chemtrail crap. So, we need to step forward. We need to make a difference in our reality. And what is that old saying? If you're not a part of the solution, then you are a part of the problem. So we need to step up and start doing something to change our reality, change our day-to-day, our minute-to-minute. So here's me doing something. We need to be practical to change our world. They're spraying us every day of every minute. So it's time for us to start combating that. Here's some information that can help you start changing the chemtrails, the geoengineering, whatever you want to call it. So I definitely recommend you do it. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it later. Do it now. They're spraying you now. You need to do it now. I know a lot of people are like, well, I was going to do it, and I put it off, and I put it off, and then guess what? They're not putting off spraying you every day and giving you more gallons and what have you. And that was really interesting, too. Someone shot me over a video where they had taken a bath with borax, with 1 cup of borax in a really warm bath. You don't need to make it super hot. Just make it warm and comfortable. You can make it a little bit hotter, but don't burn yourself. But after 20 to 25 to 30 minutes, you get out of the bathtub, you'll see all kinds of crap that was in your skin because it pulls it out. It actually kills it. I did it the other day and realized that my water was as clear as a bell. But that's because I've been boraxing. So I guess over long term, it rises to your skin and gets rid of everything. So other than the parasites, and I wanted to make a little comment on the parasites. I noticed that I was doing heavy dosing and the parasites were getting smaller and smaller and smaller till they disappeared. And now I have no more parasites in my gut or wherever. So I ended up looking up the flukes because I was told that they were flukes, and I realized that there were characteristics on this that was not a fluke. There are 3,200 parasites that are talked about, and there are some parasites like plants that mimic other parasites. This thing that came out of me was not a fluke. I'm thinking about taking it to the university and having them tell me what kind of parasite this is, because you can hand them anything and they'll look into it for you, because I've got that big college like 2 miles down the street from me. The University of Delaware, and then there's another college right not too far from that one, which is, I think it's a community college. So I'm going to try to get a hold of somebody and give them my little specimen and they can identify it. It had certain things on it that did not match a fluke. So I'm sorry, it's not a fluke. And no matter how much you think, oh, it's a fluke, it's a fluke. There are 3,200 parasites, and some of them look very similar, but they're not the same. Just like plants. So, okay, off of that subject, back to the vinegar. I will be posting that video from Bernadette, and I want to give a big thank you to Bernadette for giving me that video. We need to start sharing information to change our world to have the better reality. And step up and do something. You live here. Do something. So the more information we have out to do little things like this, because I consider this a little action to have a big consequence. And that's what you're going to have to think of it as. I need to be responsible for the air that I breathe, for the sun that I want. So step up and do something. Don't put it off. Because they're not putting it off chemtrailing you every day, geoengineering over your head to make you extremely ill. So we all need to do something. Also in that video, it said that it can cover up to 10 miles doing this with the concentrate. So I'm going to do my part. And I expect all of you to do your part. You want a better world? Start doing something. Okay, I guess on that note, I better not be ranting and raving again. I'll talk to you on my next video. And thank you, Bernadette, for that video, which I will be posting in my description. And everybody, go watch the video. It isn't somebody talking, it's words. And it goes by slow enough that you can read it. So, there you go. Everybody, have a great day. And raise that vibration. Bye.